And in the redirection, I think true courage is the ability to embrace what we don't understand.
How can I work hard for something and my performance is not based upon the outcome? How can I work and my effort and my motivation and my drive is not based upon what the product will be, but more so based upon me taking pride in what I do? And so I came up with this thing called process over product, and I firmly believe the process saved my life. And what I mean by the process, I'm talking about the way I handle my business on a daily basis and the way I go about every single aspect of my life. I live by this thing called empty the bucket. And when people hear it, they think it's a cute slogan, empty the bucket, but what they don't understand, it's an unspoken law. Empty the bucket is an unspoken law of accountability and responsibility to me on this earth and my existence and everybody that is connected to me. I may be crazy, but I don't know. I just believe that I'm supposed to give everybody that is connected to me the best version of me. I just believe I deserve to give my wife and my children the best version of me. I just believe the people that I'm of service to on this earth, I deserve to give them the best version of me.
When you're trying to become successful, there's going to be people in your life who are telling you whatever you're trying to do isn't possible, or it's not going to work out, or you're going to fail. And now that is true. You are going to fail at some point in time on your journey to success, and that point is okay. You should embrace failure. And when you fail, do it with confidence and fail boldly. Because so many people in today's world view failure as the end all be all. But it is okay. Some of the most successful people in the entire world have claimed the reason why they're successful is because of all the failures that they've gone through and all the things they learned from each and every single failure and how they made themselves a better person and grew and matured through those experiences of failure. And it brought them the point that they are in today, and that being a successful individual. So when you're struggling and people around you are saying you're not good enough or whatever the case may be, you must believe in yourself and use those negative thoughts as motivation to push you further. So when you become successful, that individual that you know you're capable of deep down, you can show all the people that didn't believe in you that they're wrong and that you can do anything you want, because you are going to put in the time and put in the energy and put in the effort to be the one person that you strive for every single day and constantly improve to be better than you were the day before.
And when I think about life, I think more times than not, I say, man, what is it, right? What is it that shifts the individual? And a lot of times when I think about it, I think at the core of what it is the transaction. And when I say the transaction, it's when you give something a certain amount of energy, a certain amount of passion, a certain amount of dedication and commitment to a certain thing, and you expect something from that certain thing, and you don't get what you expected. The transaction is the problem. Meaning, like if you're in a marriage and you come in and you're dedicated, you're cleaning, you're cooking, you're washing clothes, and then you don't get the appreciation that you thought you were going to get, sooner or later it's going to be a problem. And I think more times than not in life, people treat God like a Santa Claus. And then when they don't get the gifts that they thought they were going to get, it's a problem. Like I'm a firm believer that God redirects and maneuvers us when he has us on a mission.
I'll never forget, I was home one day in Atlanta with my wife and our 2 children, and we got an 8 and a 9-year-old, 11 months apart, Irish twins, give us a run for our money every day of the week. And I was hanging out, and the producer called about the film. And so when I picked up, he said, "Hey, Ink, what are you up to?" I said, "Man, just hanging out, getting a little family time." He said, "I need you to take a seat. I got some news I want to share with you." I sat down. I said, "What you got?" He said, "Do you remember the film we did?" I said, "Of course, man, forever indebted to you guys for it." He said, "Well, it's nominated for an Emmy." I said, "Man, that's pretty cool." I said, "Give me a second. I want to go in the kitchen. I want to share this with my wife." And so me and my wife, we've been at it since 5th grade, puppy love, the whole 9. So I go in the kitchen and I say to my wife, I said, "Babe, you're not gonna believe it. The film with ESPN is nominated for an Emmy." And my wife was like, "Whatever." And I was like, "No love?" And she was like, "I don't care about sports," right? And so I'm super competitive. And so I walk back into the other room with my kids and I say to the producer, "Man, who are we up against?" Right? I want to win this. I want to bring it back home to my wife, even though she doesn't care, right? To my mother, my grandma, like I want to win this. And the first name he says was, "Ink, there's a film about Muhammad Ali." I said, "We lost." And we ended up losing, but I got nominated, so it's all good, right?
Moments like this, they mean a lot to me because, my mother had me when she was 16 years old, over on the east side of Atlanta, and we grew up about 5 minutes away from Turner Field where the Braves play. And it was a 2-bedroom home and there was 14 of us living there. And I used to sleep on the floor, and I had 8 uncles in that same house, and they did everything under the sun, going in and out of prison, doing different things. And God had blessed me to be, pretty talented. I could shoot basketball with the best of them. I could play baseball. I had a little speed. I could run a little track. but it was something about the game of football where I can hit another individual with everything I had and not get in trouble for it. And so I came up with this dream about going to the NFL because I really wanted to help my family and give back to my community. And I loved it so much that, I would play in the street and I would come in the house bloody, and coach came down the street one day and he signed me and my cousins up because my family couldn't afford to pay for it. And the coach just riding down the street out of the blue one day, he asked me if he'd like to play sports. I said, yes, sir. And it was the first white guy I ever met in my life. That's my guy. I love him. I still know him until this day. He still buys me drawers and socks every Christmas until this day.
So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section down below.